1. Level 0, the lobby. This is the foundation, the birthplace of the Backrooms mythos and arguably one of the most hauntingly nostalgic digital spaces ever imagined. Picture this, endless rooms and halls bathed in a yellow so dull and uniform it almost feels like a color from your childhood that doesn't exist anymore. The carpet squishes underfoot, soaked in who knows what. The walls hum with that soft yet brain-numbing buzz of fluorescent lights, not the comforting glow of a lamp, but the hard, cold flicker of an empty office or a classroom after hours. The reason Level 0 is so deeply nostalgic is because it pulls from a collective memory, the weirdly liminal spaces we've all seen but never fully processed. Office buildings on weekends. Waiting rooms. School hallways when the bell's not ringing. It doesn't scare you with monsters. It unnerves you with familiarity. You've been here before. Maybe not in real life, but in dreams. Or nightmares. Or dreams that became nightmares. 2. Level 1, Habitable Zone. A subtle evolution of Level 0, Level 1 trades the yellow walls for cold, industrial gray. The lights dim a little, shadows grow longer, and now the buzzing is joined by the thrum of unseen machinery and dripping pipes. It's a place that feels like a parking garage beneath an abandoned shopping mall. Like a service corridor you accidentally walked into as a kid, the kind that smelled like metal and rubber and had 0 windows. Nostalgia creeps in not through the decor, but through the sensation, the feeling of being somewhere adults don't want you to be, somewhere behind the scenes. You're walking the guts of the world now. It feels like the underside of civilization, and if you've ever been lost in a hospital hallway or explored a hotel basement on a dare, you'll feel a strange, almost magnetic pull here. It's not comforting, but it is familiar. 3. Level 2, Pipe Dreams. Level 2 dials up the oppressive industrial vibe. Picture tight, claustrophobic hallways with exposed pipes running along the ceilings and walls, dripping steam and echoing distant clangs. The air here is warm, almost sticky, and filled with the smell of oil and rust. You're walking through something that was never meant to be walked through, a place designed for machines, not people. This level hits a very specific childhood memory, factory tours, school field trips to power plants, or even being dragged into the boiler room of your apartment complex by a curious older cousin. It's that blend of danger and awe, knowing you're somewhere important, but feeling deeply out of place. Video games from the PS2 era were full of places like this too, dark mechanical levels with red warning lights, ambient hissing, and the constant sense that you were being watched by something just out of sight. 4. Level 94, the Memory Zone. Then there's Level 94, the Curveball, a sudden, dreamlike shift into something softer, brighter, but no less eerie. This level resembles a medieval village under a permanent golden sunset. The sky never changes. The air is still. The buildings look like they were built for a storybook, ornate, charming, and a little too perfect. But there's no one here. Just silence. What makes Level 94 so nostalgic is that it doesn't feel like a place from the real world. It feels like a fragment of childhood imagination, a Renaissance fair remembered imperfectly, or a theme park attraction you visited once and never found again. The lighting here feels like the last few minutes of a warm summer evening, when you're a kid and everything feels magical. It's peaceful, but in the way old dreams are peaceful, the kind that leave you a little sad when you wake up. 5. Level 188, Infinite IKEA. This one's not always considered canon, but it's one of the most iconic fan-made levels, and it's pure nostalgia fuel. You spawn in the middle of an endless IKEA-like store, filled with showroom displays, ambient overhead music, and distant indistinct announcements in a soft, robotic voice. The lighting is sterile, but the layout is cozy. Everywhere you go, it smells faintly of new furniture, fake wood, and Swedish meatballs. The nostalgia hits instantly if you've ever gotten lost in a big box store as a kid. That mix of wonder and panic, wandering through perfectly made-up rooms with no people, then realizing you don't know how to get back to your parents. There's something liminal about furniture stores already, and stretching that space out forever just amplifies the uncanny charm. This level is equal parts comforting and deeply disorienting, like walking through a dream you had at age 7, now made real and endless. 6. Level 33, the Childhood Mall. This is where the Backrooms aesthetic fully taps into 80s and 90s mall culture. Level 33 is an abandoned shopping mall that somehow still plays smooth jazz over the intercom. Escalators move but don't go anywhere. Vending machines are full but don't accept money. Storefronts have glowing signage, but the interiors are empty, just mannequins and forgotten product displays. For anyone who grew up when malls were social hubs, this level is like wandering through a memory that's decayed, but not yet collapsed. It's the scent of soft pretzels, the flicker of CRT security monitors, the carpeted food court floors with gum stuck in the weave. There's no direct threat here, the fear is existential. The mall lives on, but the people are gone. It's like your childhood came back to you, but it's echoing now, and fading. 7. Level Fun, Smiley Face, Birthday Party Nightmare. This level plays dress up, bright streamers, confetti on the ground, birthday cake, balloons. A children's party caught in a still frame. At first glance, it's cheerful. But you look closer and notice the cake is moldy. The balloons are slightly deflated. The decorations loop endlessly. There's something wrong with the smiles on the partygoers. Are they even real? Level Fun is nostalgic in the way a decaying animatronic is. It remembers what fun used to be. It mimics those elementary school party vibes, the Chuck E. Cheese birthdays, the kindergarten classroom celebrations with juice boxes and paper crowns. But it's frozen in time now. Uncanny. Like an old VHS tape of a party you barely remember, except now the characters are watching you. It's nostalgic, but in the same way that dreams of childhood can become unsettling as you grow older, when you realize the joy you felt back then had edges you didn't understand at the time.